evening, everybody. I'm Jack Shackahardy, and there's something hinky with the news. Thank you for joining us. Now the news. Tonight's top story shows us that no matter how big you get, you can still make dumbass decisions. Following in the grand tradition of such great thinkers as Miley Cyrus, Rihanna, and Kanye West, CNN, the global news network, has decided to go to war with the internet over a meme. Responding to a meme depicting President Trump beating the crap out of them at a wrestling match, CNN decided to track down the little shit responsible and give him a good what for. Using doxing as a leverage point, CNN, in a move so passive-aggressive you would think that it was thought up by one of your exes, vaguely threatened to release his personal information into the world if he didn't agree to behave. In response, Han-Ass Solo, the meme maker in question, immediately removed his really offensive posts from Reddit and apologized for being an internet troll. Given this, 2 more miracles, and we might want to consider CNN for sainthood. What do you think, folks? In other news, leaders from around the world this week met in Hamburg, Germany at the G20 summit and were joined by massive amounts of protesters. Given the civilian turnout, German Chancellor Angela Merkel decided it was a good time to institute Germany's new Fun in the Sun program for the summer and let loose with water cannons on the crowd. Some have speculated that due to President Donald Trump's involvement, there were more fireworks than usual happening concerning the protests. However, given what we know about German porn, tear gas and a water cannon might just be a fun Friday night for those folks, so who knows? Also in international news, during a recent visit to Poland, many have speculated that President Trump was snubbed by Poland's First Lady, Agata Kornhauser-Duda, when she insisted on shaking his wife's hand first. For this reporter, though, it's obvious. She was fangirling over meeting Melania. If only I could tell you about the lines I stood in as a young boy, waiting for the new kids on the block to come out just to get a touch of one of those colorful leather jackets. Meanwhile, despite the supposed snub, President Trump was still able to enjoy Poland's Emperor for a Day festivities, as the crowd at many points interrupted him to simply chant his name in unison. President Trump also spoke on the Holocaust, reassuring the Polish people that it was definitely tough. Not to be outdone by his boss as the bad boy of the West Wing, Vice President Mike Pence, during a recent visit to a NASA facility, just couldn't help but break the rules and touch the multi-million-dollar equipment that clearly says, "Do not touch on it." And they say old rich white guys are out of touch. Speaking of which, Bernie Sanders is back in the news again as the victim of his own story. Who would have thunk? Facing what some are calling a feisty rival for his seat, the professional senator is accused of being the reason for Donald Trump's win, and some are saying that he should be punished for this action. This all came as a surprise to the 75-year-old senator from Vermont, as he thought he was running for hall monitor, and that pudding night was tomorrow. Former President Barack Obama isn't out of the news either. Apparently, he met a woman in Alaska this past week and held her baby. So, yeah. I mean, I guess the story here is that he didn't steal the baby. Or eat it, possibly. Anywho, moving on. Our next story comes from the world of science. The World Health Organization has reported that gonorrhea has started becoming antibiotic resistant and almost untreatable in certain cases. So, fuck. The disease, which affects roughly 78 million people a year, has found a happy new home in the infected's throats, according to the WHO, as oral sex is their primary concern in its spread. As of now, in most countries, there is only one antibiotic that remains effective, and the super gonorrhea, as it is being called, is working up an immunity to that as well. So make sure you wrap it up, folks, and use Saran wrap. For our last story tonight, we would like to offer our most sincere and deepest sympathies to a true gentleman and scholar, Mr. Stan Lee, for the passing of his wife. It's easy to forget when we talk about giants such as Mr. Lee that beside him is a strong woman who has helped him to achieve his dreams in life. Our prayers and thoughts are with you, Mr. Lee. Godspeed. Thank you again for joining us tonight, folks. Once again, I'm Jack Shackahardy for Something Hinky Productions. If you'd like to find us on the internet, you can follow the links in the description below, or simply go to Facebook or Instagram and type in @something hinky. Also, if you'd like to support our work and see more videos like this one, please go to Patreon and donate $1 to our channel. It's a really simple way to let us know that you really love us. You can follow the link below or type in www.patreon.com/somethinghinky. And remember, everyone, in the words of the immortal philosopher Ted, be excellent to each other. Thank you and good night.